Cary Harrison with you with Public Broadcasting, and of course we're here supporting the New Media Film Festival. This is the 4th annual, and we're here in Los Angeles, California live, and we've got so many people lined up who want to say hi, and we're thrilled to bring them on and reminding them that because we are live streaming, we're asking you to give your own first name. I know it's shocking, but we're going to do a little closed captioning here, and your first name, or your whole name actually, even better, and the project you're associated with.
Sure. My name is Conradi Chavez, and my project is a short animated film, Elysian Fields, and I came all the way from Singapore. And if you're live streaming, I have to say hi to my crew, my team, Joshua Tan, Xavier Yoon, and Jeremy Goch. We worked really hard on this film, and we are just absolutely thrilled and honored that New Media recognized our efforts and that they picked us out of Singapore. We are actually the only one from Singapore, and that we got to that level and standard that LA and film industry here appreciates, and it's quite achievement for us. So I have to also mention Nanyang Technological University. I have to mention Institute for Media Innovation and School of Art, Design and Media that actually provided a wonderful creative environment for us to try and do this film. So without their support, this wouldn't be happening. And then being measured here within this festival, it's wonderful. Film is about war. It's dedicated. It's called Elysian Fields. It's about it merges history and fantasy. It's a surreal film. Again, it is inspired after Second World War. It's dedicated to my dad, who was Second World War veteran, and it's imagined as a painting. So it's not your traditional narrative animation. It's a bit more experimental, so I hope people like it.
Well, it's going to work great given the people that enjoy new media. We're going to watch it on our iPads, our iPods. We're going to watch it on anything with a chip and a signal, which is the way we do it here. Congratulations. You came all the way from Singapore to be here at the New Media Film Festival. Give us your name again and the name of your project.
My name is Ina, and my project is Elysian Fields.
All right. Thank you so much, and congratulations. All right. Cary Harrison with you. We are, of course, live streaming right now, right for you, here at the New Media Film Festival. We have so many people lined up, and we're going to bring them through one at a time as quickly as possible so that you can meet some of the filmmakers, some of the directors, some of the producers, the people that make the fine art that's available, so freely available to so many of us now because of the wonderful technology that has been pushed forward, especially by these people, making it more approachable, making it more available to each and every one of us. Would you like to come over and say hi? Hi, Cary Harrison.
Veronica Dang.
Veronica, we're asking people to tell us a little bit about their project.
Hi, I'm the creator of Subway the series, and it's filmed on the subway of New York City, guerrilla style, and it's about an Asian Pennsylvania Dutch girl and her sandwich artiste friend trying to make it.
I think, and I was in New York a month ago, and I was on the subway, and up in the engineer's cab, people were shooting something. I wonder if that was you.
It's very possible. We're shooting pretty much all the time.
Well, this is really fun because you're taking people, and New York is Market 1 in the United States of America. You're taking people into one of the most famous places on earth, that being the subway, and turning it into a gripping and compelling story. That's a very creative way to do it, isn't it?
New York is always a character in a lot of stories, like Woody Allen, and it's what's interesting about this is that no one's ever been guerrilla shooting on the subway for a comedic web series without permits, without money. So
Mayor Bloomberg didn't roll out this red carpet for you in New York? You actually went in and did it on your own without any permits or anything like that?
Well, actually, so it's totally legal. It's a First Amendment right. As long as you don't disrupt the function of the subway or stop people from using it, it's actually perfectly legal to shoot on the subway.
This is one of the best pieces of information I've gotten all day. It's a First Amendment privilege. I mean, right. There is no such thing. It's not a privilege. It's a right. Let's face it. So if you go on, you can, I guess, as a tourist, just shoot whatever you want. It would be the later lawsuit that you used somebody's image, which is probably an issue you may have to consider someday.
Well, actually, when we shoot, we either do media releases or we hire our own extras so that we don't have to deal with that for using other people's images.
This is brilliant. I love this. And who's with you here?
This is my executive producer.
Horacio Gutierrez. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, we worked through the logistics of all of the shooting, and looked into it. Spoke with the mayor's office, and they clarify that so long as you're not interfering with anyone, you don't need a permit. It's a matter of what you're able to do. So we work in conjunction with them, and every now and then we do CMTA employees, and if anything, they're applauding us. They have loved some of the shoots that we've done. We did a huge 30-person music, song, and dance choreographed thing on the subway. They loved it. They just were giving it a round of applause. So.
And the New York subways, to your point, have always been places where we've seen what the British call buskers. And these are people down in the subway playing violins and playing complicated musical instruments and playing some really good, hearty music, often original, sometimes covers that we've heard before. And they make a living by people throwing a quarter in or $1 here and there. So there's a long tradition of this kind of stuff going on, except choreographing entire music festivals. But you guys found a way to get away with it. I really want to see this. This sounds great.
Actually, at the premiere tomorrow, one of the subway buskers, the Saw Lady, she's actually a guest star in our episode. So, and our theme song is written by another subway busker that I found in the subway who wrote an original song for the series.
Her Facebook hashtag is NYC Subway Girl, Kathy Greer, and she wrote this beautiful song with Veronica. The two of them got together, did a nice homage, which became the theme song for the Subway series. And now she's performing it as part of her routine, both on a subway and at Joe's Pub and major musical halls all over New York.
Congratulations. We're so glad you're here at the New Media Film Festival. Congratulations on being presented. And we look forward to seeing this. And you have planted seeds. You have no idea the forest that is going to grow out of your wonderful experiment here. Thank you. And thank you. I'm going to let you traipse right across the red carpet here, the wed carpet, as we invite yet another filmmaker, a dynamic duo, Cary Harrison. Vayu O'Donnell. Mm-hmm. And what's your name?
Wendy McClellan Anderson.
Wendy. And we're, of course, letting people introduce themselves in as much as we are live streaming, so we don't have a team of producers, IFBs stuck in ears, and all ways to cheat and let people think magically we somehow know who everyone is. So we're going to actually be transparent, real here. Tell us about your project.
It's called 80/20. And it's a show. It's a web series, but we're under the LGBT category. And it's
a straight guy who plays it, right?
Yes, that's actually right. And the show is about what it is to be a man in this current urban environment. So it basically follows around a straight male and a gay male and their relationship together, and kind of picks up all the social cues about what we think of masculinity and sexuality, and it's a very comic piece. And we had a brilliant female director, so we're getting all sides of the spectrum here.
So as a brilliant female director, that's exactly what you want him to say, by the way.
She paid me $20.
And now we know his rate. Any insights you can offer into the parallels between men and men, whether they are homosocial or heterosocial or whatever?
Well, I think actually a man deals with these questions no matter where they're living and what their background is. So I think it's a pretty universal story, honestly. You can... If you've ever tried online dating, whether you're a man or a woman, straight or gay, you know that there's a lot of foibles out there that you run into in the world, right? Just trying to figure out what it means to be a guy and go to the Macy's, the cosmetics counter at Macy's, right? What is it to buy Rice Bran eye cream? What is it to go to the big gay ice cream store in the Village? What does it mean to wear skinny jeans? Or what does it mean to wear khakis? So it's, I don't know that I have any particular insights, except that it's a pretty universal thing.
I have a hypothesis. Okay. You're the straight guy, right? All right, here's my hypothesis. I'm not the straight guy, but that's okay. We can share the same carpet. Absolutely. That's the take-home lesson.
Well, the interesting thing, I think, are all the social cues.
Yeah.
All the social cues that try to, kind of cue people off as to a percentage of masculinity, and what I also feel like the masculine man in our current day and age is changing. What the symbol of masculinity is changing. So we just try to create a dialogue about that, and also have some fun with it as well.
I'm guessing that really the bottom line, it's integrity. It's integrity. Any human who actually walks into a room with a measure of self-confidence, a sense of who he is, no matter who he is, right? Say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean. Stand up for right instead of wrong. That guy is the most masculine guy in the room. I mean, that was sort of the John Wayne ethic. And interestingly enough, and I'm going to say something shocking, but I want to get your reaction to it, John Wayne was the most manly guy in the world. Really? Would he actually have gay sex? That, to me, that's the bravest act in the world, if you know what I mean.
I also just think that there's a certain amount of being true to who you are that is the most attractive thing in another person. So the story of 80/20 actually finds a guy seeking his own truth.
Seeking his identity.
Yeah.
Has it helped you, to thine own self be true? The motto? Whatever that truth is?
No, you know what? That's actually one of my favorite quotes from Peer Gynt, "Troll to thyself be true," which is the Isbin play. And I think that
King Lear.
Oh, and King Lear. Yeah, but I definitely go from the Isbin, Ibsen, sorry. I'm dyslexic.
I am too. Are you left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm crazily dyslexic.
Well, it's okay. I won't tell.
But I think that's what the story's about. It's about if you're true to yourself and you have your own integrity, and it doesn't really matter what you are, as long as you believe in it.
That's it. Wasn't that easy? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are great. I can't wait to see 80/20.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for jumping off the high dive into a really cool project.
Can I just tell you that you can find the series at www.8020show.com, 8020show, SHOW.com.
That's 8020show.com, 8020show.com.
8020show.com.
Good to know. All right. Be well. Thank you. It's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Cary Harrison with you live on the red carpet. We are, of course, in Westwood. We're at the Landmark, and this is the area in Los Angeles where just a stone's throw from here, so many great black and white movies had their premieres. The great actors of our grandparents' era premiered everything. And so following that tradition, the New Media Film Festival is having their 4th annual exposition this year. We're on the red carpet, and we're asking people to introduce themselves and tell us about their project.
My name is Lily Baldwin, and I am a writer, director, actor, and I have 3 films here tonight. 3 shorts. I have 2 snipplers, SleepoverLA, this new film I just shot, produced by Nicole Disson in the Downtown Standard Hotel, and then a Juice Box Afternoon, shot that in New York City, and then It's a Soiree, a previous film about a year ago I shot.
And so for people at home saying, well, I want to see these things, what are they going to get when they watch your films?
Physical, visceral, unexpected, brash, sometimes poetic films and story.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations for being here at the New Media Film Festival. I don't suppose you imagined you'd ever be here.
I'm a huge fan of Susan's, and this is a lovely treat. And I really support her and what you guys are up to. And the curation's excellent, and she's so forward-thinking. So it's a pleasure.
She is my hero. She really is amazing.
No, she's such a supporter, and I'm right back at her. She's really good. So thank you.
I know she's going to see this.
Oh,
If she
she's
isn't
amazing.
right now on her iPhone going, thank you.
Well, she deserves it.
She does.
She really does.
She does. And she deserves to have you here, too.
Well,
So we're
you're
grateful.
So kind. You look lovely and vivacious on the red.
How do you like that?
You do. You're chatty and good.
Well, it beats the alternative. Grim.
You know what? Thank you.
Right.
It's good.
Well, it's great
Cheers.
to meet you.
Okay.
We'll
Best of
see you.
luck.
Thank you.